Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another fantastic day of Ultimate from Days Cologne. It's Sunday. We have a wonderful slate of games for you today, starting with this game between the German U20 women's team and the Münster and Amsterdam Ultimate Club women's kind of combined team. So Germany is in black, and Münster, Amsterdam are in white. And welcome to the stream. We're happy to have you here. We'll be presenting you a wide slate of games today. So this one comes from our women's division crossover pools, but we'll have games from the men's and women's brackets later today. So as you can see on your screen, we've got on the stream we will have one of the women's semifinals. We will have the men's third place. We'll have one of the men's semifinals as well as the third place and first place games, as well as the women's final. And I think there's another couple women's games in there that are in the kind of crossovers and placement games for them. So glad to have you here. Thanks to the wonderful team at Frühsport Cologne, who are doing everything in their power to make this a great tournament, including all the camera work, broadcasting, prep, organization, food, etc. So they are the real heroes here. I just get to yap before our game later today. Got a couple more minutes before we kick off here. I will note the Münster Amsterdam team is missing already 4 people from the roster list, so it seems like we've had quite a few people drop out in the first day. So let's see if they can do this on a little bit of reduced strength. So it looks like we have Münster Amsterdam starting from the left side of your screen on defense, and the German U20 women's team ready to receive the pole.
Good morning, happy Sunday.
And just about to get started, we have our hands and ready for the first point of the day on the stream here. So we've got vert stack set up here by the German U20 team. Working it slow and dishy. The opening seconds. Oh, and the laser forehand does not quite make it there. Oh, and it was caught. Okay, sorry. As I looked away for 1 second, that was recovered. Not for the intended receiver, I think. But unfortunately, the drop in the end zone just off the tip of Lotti's hands from the German U20 women's is going to make it so. The Münster Amsterdam team gets their chance at their first break. In contrast to yesterday, for those of you who were watching yesterday, it is not that windy today. So it's a really calm game. Not expecting any very, wind games that are low scoring, decided by the wind, and who goes upwind, downwind, winning the pole. So. The Münster Amsterdam, I do need a better name for them. I will eventually find one over the course of this game. Looking to also play it kind of out of a vert stack, shorter throws, and a blade goes into the grass and gives Germany the chance to get a hold here. A little bit of trouble here on the first dump, and unable to connect there. Just a little too far for the dump. And we've got a short field situation for Münster Amsterdam. Looking out of this vert stack, cuts for the front, and another high throw that just can't be hung on to. It is 9 a.m. Of course, everyone's waking up. If you ask me to play at 9 a.m., I will also be dropping many things. Luckily, no one saw that because we weren't on stream yesterday. But we've got a little bit of a slow start here to this game. And great sky there by number, I think, 44 for Germany, Lola Butenschon. And great throw up the sideline to Lotti. And she is able to connect with number 5, Britta Baschinger, for the dirty hold. But, you know, I think they'll take it to start this game. For those of you who were watching in the one game that we commentated yesterday, you'll notice my commentary partner, Lev, is, I'm assuming, still in his tent and physically unable to set an alarm to wake him up for this, which is his loss, but maybe your gain, because I will be a little more serious and a little more on topic. Ah, right, yes, I've reminded that I have multiple duties, one of which is to score. That was not a break for those of you who were watching the graphic pop up. That was just a hold. But I will note, though, also for those of you watching, that the scoreboard is reversed based on which side the team started on. So Germany has a hold to start this game, and Amsterdam and Münster are looking for their first hold as well. Ooh, with the bobble on the pole there, little bit concerning, and a high throw that unfortunately goes beyond the receiver. Just playing it down the line here for the German under-20 women's team. Now looking for a dump, but there's no mark, so they're happy to just sit here and wait and get the around off the sideline. But I think it's going to be a open sideline game for the German women here, based on the first couple possessions. And there it is, another one. And this one is a break for the German U20 women's team. So great start for them. Münster Amsterdam looking to just fix, I think, a little bit of their high throwing for now and get back on track. I will note I found my preferred team name for Amsterdam Münster. It's going to be Münsterdam from now on. I will use that sparingly, and probably I will forget every single time I think about it. But I will call them Münsterdam from now on, and they are ready to receive the third pole of the game. We have a hand from their side. German women are still getting their matchup set, and looks like we're off. Another vert stack from Münsterdam. Looking at cuts from the back right now. Doesn't seem to be a big set play focus at the moment. As we see another kind of shaky dump from them. Hopefully they can get a little more confidence in their throws. There's a great one downfield, getting out of this reset pattern they've been in. Oh, and another high throw, and unfortunately this one, yes, does also just go over the hands of the receiver. So seems to be an issue for Münsterdam. They just can't keep these high release throws low enough. And great break throw, number 54 on Germany. That's Pauline Bruckner. And looking at an end zone set here. The German woman, great find in the open side space. And looking for this isolation from the front, and it will, just not be held on to. So, Münster ready to move it down the field. Hopefully they can have a little more success here. Looks like they need to just get rid of this high release habit they have and work on, low consistent throws. And as I say that, another drop on their end. And the German women are able to connect right on the end zone line for their third point of the game and second break in a row. And yeah, here we see the replay of that. Just an easy around backhand to the defender, or to the receiver coming across the front of the end zone. Got some sideline, as both teams have set up their sideline in the shade of the commentary tent. So you might be hearing a little bit of sideline talking from both teams here. And seeing a nice replay of the German celebration for the goal. Going back to live when we can get there. Unfortunately, still not. You're still seeing the replay on the screen, but we have a poll going up, and you'll get the radio version of my commentary for this point. Pulled just barely out of bounds for the German women. So we'll have a brick start here for Münster. And another vert stack cuts from the back. They seem to be getting enough separation here. It's just completing the throws. There's one a little bit behind, but held on to. And here we go. Looks like a little bit better flow. Couple of completions. Shot down the sideline to an open receiver. And the blade to the back is just out of reach. So, fortunately, just a little too ambitious with that throw. But hopefully, if Münster can get a D here, they can have a short field situation, play an end zone. Yeah, just big blade there and just out of the reach of the defender. So we're back on live with Germany coming out of their vert stack again. Looking like a little bit of a blend of cuts from the front and from the back with them as a set. Seeing a lot of crowding in the open side reset space, but able to get it into the middle of the field again. And another open sideline throw. The German U20 women do love these, it seems, and they've been completing them so far. And a great layout, but unfortunately, Frieda Baschinger cannot make the grab there. She seems to be Germany's primary deep cutter, and if I did this full time, I'd probably have watched enough games to actually know that. But we're all learning together here. Yeah. Great throw, just barely out of reach of her run, and the layout is just not able to come up with it. So, Münster with another chance, and they just cannot seem to get a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of connection here. I think they'd really benefit from just seeing throws go into hands and kind of finding themselves. Great inside break there from number 99, Ani Magda. I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. And back into an end zone set for Germany. And, ooh, great, risky throw to the back of the end zone, but low. Do I know anyone's name even though they play at my club? No. That is number 16. Amy. I don't think that's correct, actually. Oh, well. We'll deal with the jerseys later, and I'm not going to do names if I'm not sure on them. But that's a great recovery on the risky throw. Defender just didn't have their head around to be able to get that D, and the German women get their third break in a row. Apologize for me not being able to do my job correctly as scorekeeper. Germany off to a strong start here. Looking to continue. Hopefully we can get Münster a few points here. Just, you know, easy connections, not overthrowing each other, and that'll get us a competitive game. Otherwise, I think it may be a shorter stream if we might even make it to 15 in these 50-minute games. And we have the first zone from Germany here. And this actually looks like Münster has a great way to play through it. They just jam it up the middle, straight through the cup. My favorite way to play against a zone. Get flowing, get momentum, and hopefully these, you know, being able to get these catches and throws really helps them out later, and being able to execute an offense, a non-zone offense. So they've made it into the open side corner. We don't see a transition into match defense here from the German women, so it'll be zone all the way. Looks kind of a 4-person front right now with three roaming people in the back, so two mid-mids or 2 wings and 1 deep. And yeah, Münster is able to work it side to side here in the end zone, but they don't seem to be able to make a lot of forward progress. 1 throw there does make it onto the end zone line, and there is Münster's first point of the game. Much needed for them. Yeah, just easy, get around the handler set and make them chase, and then find the lane through the defenders that are there. So, second O-line point for Germany this game. All right, and we've got Münster ready to pull. German women still having a little coaches chat over here. Remind me much of Disc Kick, my team, where we can spend no less than 2 minutes on the line before every point. So, got a big pull going up, floats in the air, but shorter field for the German woman. And it looks like a dominator set here with just 4 very, very deep cutters. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of momentum in this dominator set, which I think is the goal of a dominator set. And the throw is just out of the hands, or out of the reach of the handler set, and we are getting Münster's first chance, or new chance to break. And ooh, they make a great find, playing it up the open side, and they get their first break of the game. They'll need a few more of those to make a comeback here, but yeah, just open side and able to chain this all the way around with the big backhands. So we may have more of a game on our hands here. Münster has stopped the bleeding, and maybe they'll be able to bring it back close. So, more on the weather report. We've got very much, besides the wind, we've got very much the same weather we had yesterday. It'll be 30 degrees by 1 p.m. and everyone will need lots of water and electrolytes. We had someone on our team cramp who went through all of our 8 hours of sitting in the sun / shade yesterday with no electrolytes at all. which was definitely his fault. And you know what can you do there? You play dangerous games, you win dangerous prizes, including calf cramps. So for everyone on the field, that's not all of you at home. All of you at home should also hydrate. That's also very important for your job, sitting here watching this wonderful game of Ultimate. But it's not quite as important as the players on the field, as we have the pull up from Münster. And let's see what we have here from the German woman. It looks back to that vert stack that they've defaulted to. A little bit stagnant here. Couple of cuts coming out of the back, but were looked off initially, and find one of them for the reset. Little bit deep setup here, and another open side, sideline throw, and a pick has been called. Not sure if that's on the throw or on the D from the defender, or on trying to get the defender trying to get the D on the kind of second chance there. So got a discussion now. Lots of fingers being pointed back to the thrower, I think. Surprisingly, the sideline is quite disciplined and not making any loud calls. They have much better spirit than I do when I sit on the sideline and make commentary on every single call that happens in the game. So I think we're getting a little bit close to the time cap here, so hopefully this comes to a quick resolution. And yep, looks like we're sending it back. So the pick does affect. But again, number 99 here was the intended receiver. Okay, Lulu is wearing 2 different jersey numbers, so it's very hard for me to tell. She's not on the team sheet either. But there, and another save by the German woman. They're very good at kind of just getting second chances, cleaning up second chances. And they do love playing down this open sideline. And another one there. The German women are just, you throw at the cluster of people, and if one of your teammates can't get it, the other one will. Great job from them there. Three second chance catches. And yeah, they do just love jamming it up that open sideline, which if you can do it, it's a great strategy. Another goal for Britta Baschinger. All right, yeah, got a little commentary here that I'm going to talk over as everyone walks by the commentary booth. So instead of hearing the assorted chatter about Wii bowling and whatever else, you're going to hear my monotone voice instead. And yeah, we've got our poll ready to come up. Yeah, German. I hate to be the one to say this, but I do think German captains and coaches like to talk a lot on the line when calling strategies, as opposed to just calling a line. So we've been waiting for a little bit, but now we'll have the pull up from the German women and Münsterdam's chance to keep it close here and keep it competitive. So back to their vert stack. Yeah, it seems that zone, after it got broken very, very quickly, is not an option anymore for the German women. And we'll just see them playing match defense. Here we've got the force to the near sideline, and the around forehand just straight into the dirt. Unfortunately, didn't get the angle on that. So Germany with the chance to break again, and back to their end zone set here with the big forehand over the top, but unfortunately, just the 2 defenders there in the area, and back to a chance to hold for Münsterdam. Yeah, looks like this backhand force, and there's a great forehand break around it. Here, yeah, a little bit, not a lot of continuation, not a lot of quick movement of the disc. Seem to be getting very, very bogged down, and another turn there with blade. And there's a high throw that just gets out of the defender's hands, and here the German women don't get their bailout. And we're back with another turn on this point. The wind, as I said, the wind wouldn't be that big of a deal. It is starting to pick up a little bit, still just very, very mild. And throw down the open side sideline is perfect by Münster. Oh, unfortunately, the cut may not have been perfect, and we may have had the defender, the receiver, getting that free because of a pick. So let's see if this a little more honest. Except we have our receiver and our defender staying downfield on the open side sideline. So did that pick affect the throw? I cannot tell. But the disc is back, but the receiver has not returned to their position. So unsure on what's happening here. But I guess pick. Okay, there we go. We've got the receiver returning to where the pick occurred. And yeah, the pick comes on the back of the stack there. And another throw deep here from the same position. And another completion. So Münster just repeats the same play the second time and even throws it a little further. So they get the point. Yeah, out of this static situation here, it's just a bigger huck, and it's perfect. 2 receivers down there, no defenders with a chance. Great job by Münster. And we will have half after this point, as we get to 25 minutes remaining on the clock. So last point before half. See if we can bring this back on serve for Münster, if they can get the break here, or Germany will be up 3 at the half. We have a hand. And okay, yeah. German team just making sure they're not in a false start position here, and we have the pull. Oh, and quick rundown by the defense makes it so there's no instant throw here, but still little dishy pass gets it, and we've got this open side handler movement that the German women teams loves, and ooh, another layout that they just can't hang on to by number 44 Lola Utenschun. So yeah, great effort here. Gets 2 hands on it, just can't stop rotation of the disc before it bounces out. And now Münster with their chance to take it back on serve. We've got a great deep cup coming out, and oh, just not paid by the thrower. Looks like a big forehand there. Could have had the space necessary. But that deep cutter is right back into the handler space, doing the whole up and down the field cut, and gets the reset here. And now another chance. And yeah, the easy, just a little too floaty on the forehand. Looked like an easy goal there, but the defender, great effort by them, is able to get a hand on that right at the catch point. Yeah, just a little too floaty on that throw. So Germany back with their chance to take half, up 3. And big inside backhand here, but just doesn't get anything. Defender's right there reading it. Looked like a bit of a bailout throw. And another huck instantly from Münster, but this one also is just a little too far and has no chance. Yeah, help defense out of the back of the stack there. Just gets the easy D on the throw, the bailout huck. So a little bit of a clam here from Münster. Just really jamming up the front of the stack, not letting anyone get these easy quick passes that Germany seems to like, although they are on the break side now, so maybe you can give them to them. Oh, and there's the up line. Yep, that's what they love. They love the open side. And now instead they're going to play it through the middle. And unfortunately ignoring the handler poach here. But the throw to the middle of the stack is able to get some movement. And there's a great huck by number 5, Britta Baschinger. Actually, no, sorry. Actually, I have no idea. She's not wearing a number on the back of her jersey. That is the huck and the goal from number I don't know. There is no number on the back of her jersey, but great work by her. Yeah, so just great OI huck here, OI flick huck here. Finds a defender in all sorts of space on that front corner. Fortunately, just 2-3 meters away from the line. And then she just runs the complete up line from that break side position and is able to get the score. And so that is me forgetting to do score again. Sorry. But we're now 6-3, and we would have half, but and actually, yeah, half doesn't matter because Germany would be starting from the left sideline on defense anyways, so we are not changing anything for halftime.
Weil es so schwer ist, den zu bemessen. Ja, wenn jemand von da reinläuft, kannst du den da perfekt gerade reinspielen. Du musst den immer mit einer Kurve spielen, du hast immer ein bisschen Wind drin. Das ist der schwerste Pass überhaupt. Lass den weg, fake den schön hart an und dann wirfst du easy inside. Ja? Wir brauchen, die müssen wir wegnehmen.
Okay, seems we are taking a little bit of a halftime break, or another little bit of a halftime coaching session for the German woman on the line. We have 2 hands from Münster. We could maybe get to a point where we see 7 at some point. I think that'd be interesting if they're getting really impatient. But yeah, the pull goes up, floats down this near sideline, and stays in. So Münster back to their vert. Oh, and here just the instant deep shot, and it seems to be working for both teams. And that throw just looks too far. Not enough float there. Receiver in all sorts of space for Münster. And unfortunately, just giving away some easy chances here. Just not able to be reliable in those throws, unfortunately. We've got another sponge from the Münster woman. So got another clam. Thanks sideline for correcting me. No one knows what a sponge is, anyways. And there, it pays off. Just poaching every single lane, one deep, and gets them the D. Hopefully they can convert on this end zone set here. Expect to see cuts from the front. There's no double on the front here, so this should be. And the defender. Oh wow, big, easy score to the front of the end zone when the German defenders make a mistake, but the Münster handler just didn't see it happen and unfortunately throws the turnover on the around dump. So yeah, back to this clam for Münster, and there the Germans find the middle lane that's unguarded and hit it, and another huck here. Unfortunately, also just a little too far. So back to this push-pull on this point. Yeah, throw down the sideline. Also, just seemed like the receiver just didn't get low enough for that. Didn't think they needed to lay out, but just maybe a little bit more bend or a little bit of toe drag there. Could have gotten it. So, and yeah, we're walking it up. And then look for the up line here, or we're gonna immediate around and playing the swing. And yeah, these long, high around throws are just not coming for either team, really. I think the German woman had a good idea when they were just jamming it up the open sideline. It seemed to work for them, and they've gotten a little bit of a struggle here when they're trying to play it around. On the other hand, that may be the coach's decision on what they want to do. So Münster back on offense, back on this near sideline, looking for the up line here. And that's D'd by the German woman. And are they going to go for the immediate score? No, someone jumps in the lane. Great work by the defender there. And we're not going to have the immediate score. Stall's getting really high now, I think. Don't know what it's at, and that looks like the bailout, but it works. Bailout throw works for the German woman. they get their break, and we are 7-3.
Halftime. We started defense over there. So we're offense over there.
Okay, so maybe given that we're changing sidelines now, we're now having half at 7-3, even though it's not on. This is a little bit past time and a little bit before score at 8. So yeah, this is our halftime now. So we didn't have half. Apologies to me on the last point, or apologies from me on the last point where I thought it was half and nothing changed. But here we do finally have our half with the German women going back on D from the left side of your screen. And I am pleased to introduce my commentary partner here, Mr. Lev Udelsov.
Hello, good morning everyone. Sorry for being 33 minutes late to commentate this game on a beautiful Sunday morning at DDC. Ben stays in hotels at tournaments, so he was super fresh this morning. I camped, I was a bit warm, had to go get breakfast, but yeah. That's besides the point. Here, Germany under 20s, having a strong showing.
I sweated through the bed sheets, so apologies to the cleaning staff in that hotel, but I just sweat through the bed sheets the entire night because I was also very, very warm.
Yeah, it's very warm here, already picking up. It's 9:30 and steadily approaching the high 20s. We weren't built for this. Why did we?
I'm built for this. I'm from a much warmer place. Everyone yesterday was complaining about the weather. I was
Irish
like, that's fine to stay in
person
the sun.
is too warm.
Yeah.
Okay, Zoni look here from the under 20s.
Yeah, Münster was able to just break straight through this the last time. And I didn't think we'd see it again, but here we go. So let's see if they can have the same success. Just getting into the middle of that cup, throwing the easy throw. I'm being adjusted again. Yeah, but I didn't like hearing my own breathing when I was commentating, so I kept pushing the mic lower, and now it's higher, and, you know.
Yeah, thank you to the technicians at DDC for running a tight ship.
Yeah, for being
professional setup.
better than I am at their job, or my job. I don't really get paid for this, but yeah, seems like we have a little bit of a slower break of the zone this time for Münster. They are working it more around, less. Oh.
Yeah, it seems like the cup zone got them to the sideline, which is exactly what they wanted, and immediately generated a turn.
Yeah, no pressure there. Oh, and the throw will be D'd. And are we going to see a reset? I'm not hearing any calls off the sideline. Yeah, we're going to match D, the Germans. So, Münster now with a chance to put this in. They have two deep options right now, and no one looking, so they'll take the shorter option. Toad on the sideline. I don't think we have anyone from either team actually on that sideline, so we will get no sideline view of what happened.
But there is a call, it seems like.
Oh, there is. Okay, there's one person from Münster on the sideline who actually has perspective there. There's a couple calls from the field, it looks like. Will they make the same mistake James did in our game yesterday, where he didn't look at any of the people on the field with a call for like 2 minutes?
Sometimes you spend 5 minutes running around and then you have to think and talk to people, and it's stressful.
Yeah.
It's anxiety inducing, like, what do I do?
Maybe James didn't like it when people raise their hands to answer questions in elementary school, and so he just refuses to deal with that. So
yeah, there's a system in place, but it's easy to forget about.
Yeah.
When in doubt, contest.
Yeah.
It seems to have happened here.
Yeah, it looks like in contested out call. So we're going back to the thrower. Looks like on an early stall count, 2 or 3. And looking for the dump immediately. Ooh, but going into the...
Great pressure on the two handlers.
And
nice undercut.
Up the line.
And great up the line. Great give and go from the handler there.
She's holstering that huck. Oh, nope, never mind. She wants to unleash it. And
that one was in.
But a pick.
Did it affect the throw?
I think it was her defender,
Her defender?
number 25.
Okay. Yeah, it seems the Münster team have had some success with these deep shots so far this game.
Generally, no. They had a couple of really good ones, but they were able to get them onto the end zone line, and then had a couple of turns throwing to the end zone. So there's a
great break,
great break and great layout. And on the end zone line again, let's see if they can just move this one last step. No up line there available. The around is also taken away. And instead, we're going to get the inside throw for a point for Münster. And just looks like a patient end zone offense. So it looks like if you're watching and you want to scout the German and U20 women's, I don't know why you'd be doing that. Just from our terrible commentary, at least for this tournament, they're calling a couple different lines. And it seems like they have a separate coach for each line. And we will once again, I think at this point, if I was Münster also, I'd be getting a little bit annoyed about the time the German women are taking on the line, given you're down 3 and we're kind of running out of time in this game.
The disc kick special.
Yeah. I just assumed it's a German special. It's like, Schnitzel's not even German, so I can't use that example. What is German? Bratwurst? Currywurst? We're from Berlin, so currywurst.
Yeah, go with that.
It's the currywurst. Makes you really slow to get on the line, get your calls done.
Yeah, the taking your time mid pommes.
All right, but they seem to be ready, although no hand is up from the Germans at the moment. Okay, and from Amsterdam, and from Germany.
Sometimes it's a bit much. It can be information overload to just talk so much.
Yeah,
I know, to try and figure out if they have a set play that works, then it's then it's genius. But otherwise, it might be a detriment. And here there was seemingly no set play, just handler set give and go, and it got figured out.
Yep, one too many.
Greedy guts, those handlers.
And Münster back on the end zone set. They had a lot of success with this the last time. Let's see if they can complete here. And, ooh.
Nice grab.
Inside, yep. Oh,
what a
still
throw.
in. Yep, that's fine. Münster gets the second break of the game for them. And they're bringing it back.
The point, I think, was shorter than the time taken to speak with the O-line.
Actually, I think the D-line took longer that time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not that I don't know if they were speaking, but they were just on the line without their hand up. So, yep, there you go. Just one too many on the give-go. Got to be careful about that.
Tasty, tasty break.
And this one, yeah, a little bit swirly, but it hangs in the air.
If you get some hang time and then there's no defender inside, it's perfect.
So we have the Münster got to get a couple breaks in a row here to keep this one competitive. They just got one. Let's see if they can get a break train going. I wonder if this is a zone. Just given all the hand movement and discussion on the line, my guess is this would be some sort of junk or some sort of zone. And the pull is up. And German women looking to, yep, that looks like a zone to me. And yeah, here, unfortunately, we've got two people kind of just chilling with our deep right where the deep wants them. There we go. We got a little bit of movement for the Germans, but for now, they're just moving it through the handlers. Yep, finding that gap in the cup. And yeah, we've got a big deep throw here. Defend receiver in all sorts of space. Deep just wasn't able to cover 2, and we didn't have a wing move down. And that is Lottie with the goal, with this assist.
Great throw to get over that tight cup and straight to one of the deep shots. Nice patience, nice execution.
Yeah, Wing just got sucked in there. Don't know if there was communication from the deep or not that they needed help, but you can't be split between 2 people on opposite sidelines.
And there's probably more people than average watching the stream because these children all got parents.
So we've got 8 minutes left in this game until cap. Munsterdam's gotta get a move on. It might be time to start taking those deep shots a little bit earlier in order to keep the cap down and keep it competitive, or you're playing D for 5 points in a row. Got some people on Munsterdam here rubbing the grass. I'm never actually sure what that does as someone who wears gloves. They'll have to explain it to me.
Yeah, people online keep telling me to touch grass, and I don't know what it means either.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Munsterdam back in their vert stack. And great run through D by Germany there.
Yeah, number 10 staying tight on his defense and gets to the disc before the other player.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was tight. They just undercut the route. They didn't even play the player.
I know it's your spritz bottle. Could I also get a spritz bottle?
Yeah, they just committed under.
Awesome.
Assumed they had deep help back there and were just able to run the route straight. And you can see all the yellow buckets over there. Those are from our beer race last night, which I don't remember who won, but there was a lovely beer race set up by the DDC Cologne organizers here. And those buckets, might just be water buckets for now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their purpose is anymore. And yeah, we're back to the open side for Germany. Just doing what worked for them in the first half of this game, which is just throw every single open side throw you can.
Unfortunate drop there.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't close enough to the sideline. And deep stretch going up. I love when the teams can hear my commentary and adjust their strategies according to what I say. As they work it down the field quickly here, taking some longer shots than they normally do. And we're back into an end zone set, and the big backhand.
Big, beautiful, buttery biscuit. That is a Liam Grant trademark term, but I will use it anyway. It was a delicious little, perfectly placed, loopy backhand. The defender had no chance, went way above them. And Münsterdam still in it with 5.5 minutes to go.
I wonder, are they playing a Münster line and an Amsterdam line? They can hear us because we've seen people acknowledge our existence, but I don't think anyone on the sideline responds to us. So we don't know how the Münsterdam line situation works here.
Well, I doubt our input is more informative or interesting than what their coaches will be saying, which is maybe get it off the sideline.
I think jamming it up the open sideline has been Germany's best strategy this game, and I would continue to do it. But that's also my favorite way to play. It's like, look, if you can't guard me open side, then just throw this fourth throw 5 times and make it to the end zone. But you can tell I'm a cutter, not a handler.
If you're open, then yeah, if it ain't broke, I suppose.
Yeah, Germany in a, is this a zone breaking set? Yeah, it looks like it. They're just anticipating the zone. Three handlers in the vert stack. A little bit untraditional, given that you just lose all of your downfield lanes with 2 defenders in them. So
yeah, it's working well for Münster.
Oh, it is. It looks more like a hoe now. I think they've transitioned out of the vert.
Yeah, nice adjustment. Ooh, Münster player almost getting the run 3D. Fingertips away.
Picked up off the ground there. Germany. It's FM, given the number of people yelling at home and away on the sideline. But unfortunately, that just means the inside lane is there. And Germany will have it in an end zone set, although they are, yeah, they're still playing with 3 handlers back. Again, a little bit stagnant in the handler space, but Lulu gets open, is able to grab that open side throw. I think that was open side again. They were still in FM, but it didn't seem like a big break. Here, just able to run 2 throws to the same corner. And yeah, that's an open side. That's an easy open side throw, and I'm not sure if that was a mistake on the mark or not.
Yeah, it was FM the whole way, but sometimes it's tough to figure out when the switch happens, which side to cover.
That's why you need to sideline. You're not on the field. You need to be like me and losing your voice every tournament. I'm sure if I had an ear, nose, and throat doctor, they would greatly dislike this, but I don't. Yeah, so we are about to hit the time cap, so we will be finished this point +1 on the cap. So this will be a game to 10 or a game to 11. And yes, so we do have now confirmation that the yellow buckets are for you to dunk your hats, face, and or jerseys in, or just pour over people, as the German U20 team has one close to us here and is doing that.
Hydration is key.
This is more cooling, right? Great pull by Germany into the back corner, and it looks like a zone again.
A zone again.
All a zone again. I made that joke yesterday. Why am I doing it again?
Like jamming it up the line, low-hanging fruit, and I will continue to do it. People complain about low-hanging fruit, but I tell you what, low-hanging fruit, it still fills the belly, so I will eat it.
Yeah, different setup here. Not a cup zone. It seems more of a wall, or just a sponge zone with the double handler poach in the lanes.
The handlers are doing a great job of getting through it and kind of, not getting through it, but swinging it side to side, and then maybe got a bit impatient and chucked it away.
Yeah, just down the sideline. And yeah, we're back on the open sideline for Germany. And you know, if the up line gets free every time, you can just take the up line. Here, no one wants to give them the up line, so we'll move it back towards the middle.
Throw to get it back into the center of the field, and a big one goes up.
Germany with another break. This is a game to 11, everybody, and Münsterdam's going to need 5 in a row.
Yeah, I think the time on the stream might not be fully aligned with the actual
I think the time on this
game, but anyways, game to 11 regardless.
I think the time on the stream started officially at the right time. Shout out to our production crew here. And the teams may have been a little bit shaky on their start time.
Okay.
Which, as looking at someone who probably has to deal with the schedule, is showing a grimace on his face at the monitors. If these games all go late and we have an odd stream schedule for the rest of today. It's also really rude of us to not know the names of the production crew while we're shouting their praises. Probably could have done that, but I can't even remember names of people on our team. So,
do you think Taylor Swift knows the names of the people who set up this stadium where she sings?
If you want me to be quite honest, for her, no, but for other artists, maybe.
Probably.
Shout out to my biases. Chat, cancel me. And we are, looks like an ISO here. Or, yeah, an ISO for Münsterdam. And a kind of a big flat mark here. Just no forward throws from Germany. That's the goal. Unfortunately, a couple of them are going up.
Here to number 0. Oh. Unfortunate. Fun fact about number 0 nickname dice is they always have a set of dice in their pocket. Lucky charm, I guess. Let's see if they can roll a
snake eyes, double sixes. What number makes you better at defense?
Scoring 5 in a row.
So 5.
Yeah, roll a 5.
All right. Yeah, Germany getting pushed back here a little bit. But yeah, guess what? It's their favorite part of the field, and they will just go straight up this sideline every time if they can.
Boom, boom, boom. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Unfortunately, defender makes a great, or the mark makes a great move into the lane there, and takes away that up line. But that will be the game.
Yeah, nice shot into contested space, but a good read from the Germany player. Picks it up, and das war's. With 11-6 in favor of the Germany under-20s. Nice game for Sunday morning. And looking forward to more great ultimates today here in Cologne. Myself and Ben have to go prepare for a game of our own. But we wish you, the viewers, a very pleasant Sunday afternoon and morning. And enjoy the rest of the Frisbee.
And what can you expect on the stream? You can expect women's semifinal number 1 between Fast, Faster, Master, which I'm going to assume is a German Masters women's team, and SICK, which I don't remember what that stands for. They're from London, I think.
Perhaps someone will find out.
But it won't be us, because we have to go have a meeting. My favorite part of Ultimate. All right.
All right. Ciao for now.
Ciao.
Hast du welche mitgenommen? Ist egal, ja.